Hey there, legendary souls. So today we're doing a new moon in Taurus reading, and I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling excited about this new moon and all that it is bringing in for any of us that are open to the blessings, that are receptive to what is. And I wanted to do this reading to illuminate some of the messages that I've been receiving about this time. I've been receiving them personally. I've been having lots of conversations, and I'm seeing some themes. So let's connect and let's see if this message will be supportive to you. So, divine alchemist, angels and archangels, well ancestors for the viewer's highest good, we thank you so much for showing up and showing out as you always do. We ask that you, the spirit animals, the guides, the ancestors, the angels and archangels that desire beauty and balanced indulgence and all the Venusian and Taurian vibes of love and sustainable abundance. We ask that you support the viewer at this time, and you support me in this reading of offering something concise, uplifting, encouraging, and illuminating. Thank you for all that you currently do. Thank you for all that you have done, and thank you for all that you're going to do in service of the viewer and myself at this time and moving into the future. So let's see what your reading has in store for you. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. Yeah. So the themes are here. The themes are present. So a lot of fears have been coming up, and Taurus is all about security. Taurus wants to feel secure, wants to feel stable, and this new moon in Taurus is no different than if you know anyone with Taurus placements or you yourself have Taurus placements. There's a lot that you want to be able to predict and a lot that you want to be reliable at this time. And with Pluto in Aquarius going retrograde at that 0 degree, two-stepping on that 0 degree for a while, all that is not working is breaking down even further. So working through your fears is truly top of mind. It may be fears around your thought process, around how you view yourself, how you view your future. It may be fears around how you can move forward or whether you believe you can. It may be fears around your physical journey, your journey with your nutrition, your journey with your physical body, where you live. It might be fears around your professional growth and whether it feels possible. It might be fears around any injustice that you've experienced as of late. Anything that maybe happened in your past, whether it involves the legal system or whether it has to do with interpersonal dynamics, just stuff that feels like it was just wrong. And you know it was wrong, and you know that whoever is involved knows that it was wrong, and you were wronged. And you may have fears that are triggering up core wounds around your lovability, around your worthiness, around your strength, around your deservingness, around your ability to advocate for yourself or for others to advocate for you. There's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. And we are being called to strike a balance between acknowledging what's not working, grieving what's not working, feeling what's not working, surrendering to what we are noticing is truly, deeply, deeply, deeply not working. And the way we think about ourselves, the way we perceive ourselves. Mercury is still in Taurus. There is a way that you have perceived yourself, a way that you have perceived heartbreak in your life, a way that you have acknowledged or thought about abandonment, or when relationships end, or when people don't show up for you, or when people aren't moving in integrity. There are stories and stories that you believe, and things that conclusions that you draw about who you are and about what that means for you and for the possibilities in your life. Taurian energy is all about the Hierophant. And when I see this card, I think the word religion. And religion can be organized religion. Religion, in this sense, can be your relationship to your spirituality. But religion is really just a set of beliefs and doctrines that you return to and that you make ritual out of. So whether that has to do with community, some people, they connect to their religion, whether organized or not. They connect to it through connections with other people. And so when certain connections end or shift, or they have to change, their place of worship, they can go through a bit of an identity crisis. And by religion, I don't just mean religion as we know it to be. Religion can also be connected to work. There are work cultures, there are work environments that maybe really worked for you before. They really felt like they reflected who you were, who you knew yourself to be, what you want to do in the world. And so if you leave that environment because things aren't working for you anymore, or things are breaking down in that work environment, or if you stay but you're noticing that things are shifting, things aren't making much sense anymore. The parts that you really believed in, maybe the people who spearheaded certain projects, maybe they have left, or they've gotten promotions, or they've gone on to other organizations. Maybe you had a mentor and they retired or they moved. Maybe you had a community. It can also be connected to where you live. Maybe you had a community, a place where you really felt like you were seen and you were known. This can be college, grad school. This can be collectives, communal living. Whatever this is for you, this can be organizing and activism. Whatever this means for you. Oh, I cannot forget for those that are polyamorous. Oh my goodness. It is so hard to have a queer family, a chosen family, a poly community, and for you or for someone within that community to have a breakup. This could even be friendship-wise. You just knew who you were with that person or with these people. But now things aren't making as much sense anymore. Oh, there's a lot of grief floating around in the ethers. There's a lot of grief showing up in our bodies. There's a lot of disappointment. And a wise person that I know, shout out to my sister, talked to me recently about expectations being connected to disappointment. And I agree. But I think expectations are also connected to hope. And so I'm going to keep thinking about and processing what expectations mean to me. But at this time, I don't think expectations are a bad thing. I just think they exist. Because I like hope. Look, I like hope. Hope feels good for me. And I have a better relationship with disappointment now than ever before. So maybe you're also on a journey around better understanding your relationship to hope and disappointment. This is a really good time to take time out in nature, to sit, to lay on the grass, to go the long way when you're heading to work, go through the park if you walk there, go by the lake or the pond, the body of water that's near you. This is a really good time to choose to work from home if you have that option, and to spend the day outside, whether that's in your backyard or a park nearby, a communal space, someplace that you can just feel the sun or the breeze. It's a really good time to get reconnected to or to connect to any routines that you do outside, whether that's walking or running, any movement routines. Ooh, and it's a really good time to check in with your body. So we are going through, collectively, some security angst, I'll say. Many of us feel this when we become teenagers. Whether we have the chance or the opportunity to rebel and to become who we are and to be the unique individuals that we desire at that age or in our early 20s, whenever, in our 40s, in our 50s, in our 60s, whenever we get that chance to just live the way that makes sense to us, even if it doesn't make sense to the people around us, that time, a lot of stuff comes up around security. A lot of identity crisis type of stuff comes up. When we start setting new boundaries, when we start listening to our bodies, when we start saying no, when we stop offering explanations or excuses, but we just show up or we just don't show up because we're listening to ourselves, there's a lot that comes up around security. It can be really triggering to choose yourself. It can be really activating. It can be really novel, really new to do the thing that feels best and right for you. But this new beginning offers the beginning of anything that you intend. Do you want more inner peace? Get comfortable with saying no. Do you want more, do you want to believe in yourself more? Listen to your body and choose to do things based on what your body is telling you. You want more generosity and reciprocity in your life? Pay attention. Pay attention to how people respond to you when you are generous with them. Take notes. Notice how you feel when you're generous with someone. Do they appreciate it? Do they acknowledge it? Do they respond in kind? Do they just take it and just receive it? Do they not even acknowledge it? Or do they offer you unkindness in return? This period that we are in is a deeply reflective time that's offering new possibilities around our perspectives, around our personal spiritualities, around our personal philosophies, around our personal religions. If something isn't working, let yourself feel it all, grieve it all. And then when you're ready, let it go. Let it go. Victory. Victory is on the other side of letting it go. Better boundaries are on the other side of letting it go. Having a remedy to even believing that you are abandonable. Is on the other side of letting it go. Notice what you're saying to yourself when you feel what you feel around the time of this new moon. When you're feeling really bad and really sad and really upset and really anxious, what are you saying to yourself? When you're feeling joyful and excited and optimistic and hopeful, what are you saying to yourself? What is being said to you? We're balancing a duality that we have not had the space for before. It has been so important to move in the ways that our society has asked us to, has expected us to. And there may be still ways that we have to in our lives for any number of reasons. You know, to get a paycheck, to survive. Taurus energy is asking, how do you want to live? Do you want to live peacefully? How do you want to move? Do you want to move gracefully? How do you want to think? Do you want to think in ways that expects the best? How do you want to orient to situations that don't go the way you expect? Do you want to accept them as they are and allow yourself to let go of whatever doesn't resonate with you? We are healing core wounds. Wounds from childhood, wounds from a time in our life when very little made sense. Maybe you just wanted to love and be loved and be reassured and be doted on. Maybe you just wanted the attention and affection that you deserve, as every human does. And now your eyes and ears and mind and your body is so much more aware of when you receive what you need and when you don't. Your standards are increasing of yourself and of others. So much is changing. It's a really beautiful time to set an intention for these changes. If you're not sure where to start, I invite you to borrow mine and see what you can add to it. So I intend to show unapologetic love to myself for all of my flaws, for all of my insecurities. I intend to be consistent with myself, first and foremost. I intend to practice gratitude because I'm worthy of being grateful. I intend to smile and laugh often because it feels good. What would you add to this? How can you make it more specific to you? Remember, it's all about the way you're thinking, all about your philosophies, all about your religion. And in this life, you get to choose. No matter what was given to you, no matter what is expected of you, no matter who is disappointed by how you show up or how you don't, no matter if you are even disappointed or you feel ashamed of how you show up or how you don't. What is your religion? What is your new religion? And take your time, luxuriate in it, as we do all things by the vibe of Venus during this very Taurian time. I will pause here, legendary souls, and I'll catch you in the future. Bye.